The war against Zika has gone airborne. Planes began spraying pesticide in South Florida Thursday, zeroing in on the Miami neighborhood where health officials say at least 15 people have contracted the virus from local mosquitoes. Florida Governor Rick Scott and CDC Director Tom Frieden toured the community of Wynwood Thursday and spoke with local business owners about what the state can do to combat the spread of the virus. I also spoke with Governor Scott about that. Florida Governor Rick Scott is in Miami. Governor, Florida is the only state to report locally transmitted cases of Zika. Donald Trump says you probably already have Zika under control in your state. Do you? And do you have the resources you need to combat this outbreak?
Well, the states provide the resources. I've allocated $26.2 million to deal with the issue. The feds, as you know, Congress went on recess. Congress and the president have not come together to pass a bill, which it would be helpful to our state. This is a national issue. It's not just a state issue. But we're doing the right thing. We're able to today reduce the 1 mile radius by 10 blocks because we've tested enough people in that one area, that 10 block area, and we know there's no local transmission there. So it's only impacting, less than a square mile of our state right now, but we're very focused on mosquito control, getting rid of standing water, getting people to wear repellent, put screens on your windows, do all the right things so we don't see an outbreak of of Zika. The truth is, we're very good at mosquito-borne illnesses. We've dealt with dengue fever, chikungunya, and we've stopped the local transmission of those. So I believe that we'll be able to do this here.
Well, keeping on the issue of money here, government officials warn it's going to take billions of dollars to combat this. Money that Congress has yet to approve. They are now on a recess. How concerned are you that you won't have the funds if the virus continues to spread in your state?
Well, it's clearly disappointing that they went on recess this summer before they passed a bill. It's disappointing that the President and Congress have not been able to come together. We've allocated the dollars in our state for mosquito control, our county health departments to do the right thing here. By the feds not showing up, they're not helping us with those issues. But on top of that, it's vaccines, it's testing kits, things like that they're not funding that long term would be helpful to our state. So we're going to do our part. The federal government should do their part.
Aerial spraying began Thursday morning, targeting a 10 square mile area with insecticide. Do you think that zone is big enough, and how confident are you that health officials, or how confident are your health officials that this is actually working?
Well, that's one part of what we're doing. We did aerial spraying today, and the first response was they killed a lot of mosquitoes today. They'll be both working on, by air, killing adult mosquitoes and larvae, so they'll be just doing a spraying for that. We do this across the state, over 6 million acres in our state. We do this. So we know how to deal with mosquitoes. We have very good mosquito control in our state, and they're working very hard to make sure we don't see more mosquitoes and more Zika. Also, our county health departments, our Surgeon General, they're working very well together with who's the mosquito control, to really deal with this effort. We've offered every pregnant woman in the state. We're starting in this impacted area, but across the state we'll roll out. If you want to have an assessment and a test, we are working with you to do that, so we can make sure that every pregnant individual in our state feels comfortable and safe in our state. We are a tourism state. We've got 20.3 million people in our state. We're taking care of all of our citizens.
Well, speaking of that, of course, the health crisis is your ultimate concern right now, but the virus threatens Florida's tourism industry. You visited several businesses Thursday. Is Florida a safe place to visit right now, and how concerned are you about what this could do to the tourism industry there?
Sure. We're a very safe state. I was at Disney World last weekend with my family. Just think about it. We have less than 1 square mile north of downtown Miami. Think of how big that takes to travel the state. It takes 15 hours to get from one end of the state to the other end of the state. So we're a very big state. We've had record tourism this year. I think because of our beaches, our weather, our people, our food, our amusement parks, we're going to continue to see record tourism in our state. Because people know we know how to deal with problems. And because we have great emergency management teams, and we get ahead of this. I declared a state of emergency for every county that had an active case of travel-related Zika in February. And so we've been working like this. I've been traveling the state every day, making sure we're all coordinated to make sure we do a good job.
Have you seen any impact on tourism yet?
Well, we have not yet. I mean, it depends on, I was at a business and recently in the Wynwood area, and they said their local traffic was down. But I think that'll come back. It was Zach the baker, and I went by there and had breakfast, and he does a great job. His business will come back. He's very optimistic.
Governor Miami's mayor said Wednesday that you did not like the travel advisory recommending pregnant women stay away from the 1 mile Zika zone. The mayor said you told him it was unfair. Is that true?
Well, what I want people to do is brag about our state. I know we're working hard to make sure everybody feels safe. That's why I'm glad today that we were able to reduce it by a 10 square block area. We want everybody to know that if you come to Florida, you're going to be safe. We have a very good working relationship with the CDC. I met with their director this week. We are asking for more Zika protection kits around the state, so we're going to continue to work with the CDC.
But did you think the travel advisory was unfair?
Well, that's a decision by the CDC. What I can tell you is this is less than 1 square mile. We're going to make sure everybody that comes to our state is safe.
Governor Scott, thank you for joining us.
Nice seeing you.